Hello everyone, Garnet here, and welcome back to ARK Survival Ascended on Aberration. After the last one, I've kind of been working on the dinos just a little bit. Actually, it turns out that our bear here, the perfect one's actually going to be over 252. This one's still missing out on the full amount of health difference, so it's probably going to be a little bit more like 255, which is amazing to have as a base level bear. I've kind of got out a bunch of the Megalodosauruses that I have mutations on, and I'm going to try to put together some kind of color combination. I think right now I'm thinking the blues and the green over there, but these are all female, and this pink one is a male, so we'll kind of see if anything else comes up along the way of mutating these guys, and maybe I'll put something together there. I did bring Alan inside. Oops, I have a baby Cosmo right here. As you can see, I'm actually breeding them up as well. I found one that I almost considered perfect, but I did remember that I had a second high-level female. She has a slightly better melee, so I'm going to be able to breed that into the line as well. I'm thinking that their level's probably going to be 235 as well as the same level as the Elings over here. And that'll be a pretty good base level as well. But it turns out this one over here doesn't have what I need, so I'm going to take care of it real quick. Anyway, I did bring Alan inside because he actually was under attack by a Ravager out there. He ended up being at half health, but he did kind of heal up over time. I'm going to kind of leave him in here for now until we kind of decide exactly how I want to set him up out there to kind of either collect up a bunch of certain resources or if I want him to kind of just repair the base. I want to decide a little bit more with what he does before I fully send him out there. But something I wanted to go over first thing this episode is this wall is pretty bare. And that is because while I was working on the mutations and trying to get all the creatures put together, I actually was able to level up. And I got all the resources in here already, but I want to make ourselves the industrial cooker today, first thing, because I don't really want to use the other cooker anymore. I don't want to have to keep moving the bottles back and forth to get the water to the structure, and with this I should just be able to have it be up and running. Let's turn this off and take this out of here. We'll place this kind of right over here, and I'll move the grinder a little further down compared to where it was. This should be okay right here. Cool. Awesome. And I don't even need to have the little tap on the wall or anything anymore, so we should be good there. And then the grinder should still fit right there. I'm actually going to move this over just a wee bit, because it is touching that technically. There we go. Now we've got perfect amount of room. Shouldn't have to worry about that at all. And with the industrial cooker, I should be able to make dyes. So I'm thinking I might want to actually dye up my suit now that I've been wearing this entire time. We'll have to take a look at that here in a minute. But the one other thing, now that I was able to level up and get the industrial cooker, that also means that I'm able to make the, let's see, what is it? The embryo incubator. Can I make one right now? I'm a little bit short on metal ingots, but I think if I go through some of my structures and my tools, I might be able to grind down for an extra 250 real quick. So I'll bring it back in here when I craft that. Okay, so I just got ourselves the amount that we are going to need for that. So let me pull for the incubator thing real quick. Perfect. I'm just wondering how big this thing is exactly. Oh, it's not huge. So I'll actually just put that here to mirror the one on the other side. That way we just have both of these things right here. Ooh, that looks really cool. They are just rolling around on that this whole time, huh? So how does this work exactly? So have some peace of mind while you incubate your embryos. Embryos that normally must be birthed underwater require the incubator to be underwater. Okay, interesting. So if I wanted to do something with frogs or with Diplocaulus, they would have to be underwater as well. Interesting. So it kind of would hatch an embryo for any other creature that you would try to get set up on here. So if I were gestation monitoring. Oh, interesting. I wonder, since I'm trying to get these bears up and going, would I just need to do something here for... Can I check? Oh, so we'll wait until this bear is pregnant, maybe? And I'll take a look and see what this will do for us here. I think that you're able to add traits and everything in here, is that how this works? So while we're waiting on the bears, you guys have actually reminded me that I could be putting a hat on my Cosmo. I actually knew that was a thing, but that when I first checked it out, it was super bugged and it kind of just clipped into the Cosmo. But I've made up a bunch of different cosmetics. I decided I'm going to give him one of our fur caps just because I think that I'm not going to be wearing it very much. So at least kind of give him the armor for now. So here you go, Noir. First things first, let's see what it looks like on him. You see, he's got the little fuzzy outfit there. Little fuzzy cap on the little spider. It's actually kind of cool by itself. Let's try the engineer hat skin real quick on him. I don't mind that, but it's going into his head a little bit. You can kind of just see the edges of his little fuzziness kind of sticking out. Let's try another one. How about the cyclist's skin? Oh, it's the same thing. His other eyes are kind of being poked by the hat. How about the short dapper hat? Any better? That's still floating above it. I wonder if the other heights of the hat might be better, but for now, looks like I'm going to take that off too. The beret? Same thing. Right in his eyes. Poor Noir. And the goggles I'm very curious about. Oh, they're a little bit, they're a little bit stretched. Doesn't look horrible. Oh, but the band is sticking way back behind his head. I don't really know what they would have done on that, to be honest. I mean, it looks okay. It could be a lot worse. Let me remove that as well. I think I only have one other one, and it's the same as the one that I'm wearing. Honestly, that one actually seems to work pretty well. I mean, it does kind of poke into the back of him a little bit. I wonder what does it look like on my shoulder? Kind of the same deal, but I don't really mind it. I don't mind that one at all. I think we'll leave that one on him for now. I know we're kind of, you know, too matchy at this point, but I guess that should be okay. So, okay, so this bear should be pregnant. Yeah? Female health. Doesn't say... Oh, does that actually say what level the bear is going to be? What? That's crazy. Hold on. So let's extract the embryo. Oh, that's weird looking. Okay. We can put the bear in here. Hatch embryo requires 100%. Embryo incubation. So you really can just take the embryo out of a pregnant animal and put it straight into this? Holy crap. What are the options here? There isn't really anything else in there. The incubation is now at 13%. That's crazy that you could do that. I'm sure that would be something a little bit more helpful if you didn't have rates as high as mine. My rates kind of go by really, really quick. But at least I don't have to worry about anything else happening with the bear. So, it's at 100%. Hatch embryo. So it did just pop out like a hatched animal. So it did tell me that it was a 245 while I was looking at the bear. That's actually interesting that it will tell you that. I mean, I unfortunately am going to just kind of get rid of this one because it's not higher level and doesn't have all the stats that we want. But I didn't realize that that's how that worked. I haven't even tried looking at a pregnant animal with this thing. That's crazy. But that's a really cool thing, honestly. Having that right here, like having the new stuff right going out the door, I think that's a pretty cool look. I do feel like I want something else right here. I don't know if there's anything we're really waiting on to actually be able to build to place there. But, yeah, I'm glad that we have most of the industrial stuff up and going. We finally have the industrial cooker. I won't have to worry about trying to move bottles and stuff around. I can probably put these somewhere. I'll probably hardly ever use them at this point, but you never know. Put them in the tools spot just for now. So for the time being, I'm going to kind of work on doing some dyes, and I'll bring you back in when I have something that may look pretty good with all this stuff I'm wearing. Okay, I've gotten the colors that I think I would like to go with for now, and here is my reveal. I have told you guys in the past that despite the channel being mainly red, I really do like the blue. I may have to do some color contrast to kind of change some things up, because I kind of very much look like a full-on blueberry, but at the same time, I kind of like it. As you can see, I also kind of painted the same colors on the hat that Noir is wearing as well, so we match. And I did kind of try to use some silver colors in there instead of just blue, and use some different colorations and different shades. I think I do very much like the look of this blue outfit. Obviously, I'll have to kind of change things going forward if I have to swap this to different armor pieces, but I do really think that this is what we're going to go with. Oh, weird. So the color doesn't stay on him when he's on my hand. Aw, man. If I put him back on? Okay, yeah. That's weird. I guess that's fine. I can't really complain about that. It's kind of funny, though, that that's how that works. So I also decided to paint up our little scanner here. And I was going to actually swap it over to something that I was wanting to try to look for today, but I noticed this says max level 112. I'm not entirely sure if that means that that's the level of the creature that I could potentially find. But I was able to find the Cosmo last time that was 140, so I don't know if that was just a coincidence or if that's supposed to be the case. I want to try to find ourselves some baryonyx today. And I want to go see if when we go down into the blue zone, if that will actually stay the same thing. Or if I can find something that's higher than 112. I guess we'll have to go see. But I did just test it a little bit more, and when I took the embryo out of the bear, it did reset the mating timer. So actually, that is going to be something that I can use going forward. So if the baby is not the level that I want, I can take care of it real quick, so we don't have to wait for the whole thing to go through the process of, actually hatching up and or being birthed and stuff. So that does help a little bit. Looks like the majority of these guys are all grown up. It's just, now they actually are all fully grown up. I'll worry about trying to get them to move forward a little bit later on. But for now, I'm going to have to switch over from Noir to Silva here. And I'm going to kind of go scout out the blue zone a little bit. We're going to have to put the clapping back on because that always clears. Alright, let me go take a look down there. See if we can find ourselves a Baryonyx at a good level. So let's see again. So Baryonyx here. Let's see what the first one comes out to be when we get down into the blue zone. Looks like there's one in this little beginner area, actually. I don't have to go all the way down to the deeper bit. That's always nice. So it's a 125, which is higher than the 112 that it says. That would be my max level. Not sure why that would be the case. But 125 is not bad, but it's not high enough. I actually didn't even notice. Did it say it had a frail stat? A frail trait? Stamina frail. Yeah, we don't want that on a berry. But a 125. So far that's kind of showing that whether it says 112 max or not, I can still see stuff higher level than that. There's another one right here. That's 120, so it is higher level still than the 112 that it said. I do like the amount of Baryonyxes that you can find in the in Aberration versus some of the other maps. Sometimes finding a berry can be very difficult. Or especially a good level berry. Tenacious. What did Tenacious do again? I don't recall. Well, there's a berry right here. Level 150 berry. Would you look at that? So it didn't actually point me towards it. Oh, geez. Is that Karkanos after me? Let's try not to get attacked by that thing. So we'll kind of have to remember, down here right by this very large log in the middle of the water, I'm going to grab the crab. We're definitely going to come and grab that right now. I don't want to, I don't want to, miss out on a 150 berry. I didn't even see what trait it had, but, oh, I'm going farther away from base again. I don't know why, but that just kind of seems to happen quite often down here. Very easy to get turned around in a blue zone. It's all very similar looking. Okay, back safe and sound. Getting to render so all of my creatures start roaring again, as they usually do. So we're going to grab... We're actually going to leave Forest up here. And we're going to go grab Karina. We'll go grab that berry and try to bring it back up to the surface, or at least out of the... not the surface, necessarily, to the green zone. Often just consider this the surface, even though it definitely isn't. You've got a level... Oh, you've got all of the organic polymer on you as well. Well, you don't want to risk that, that's for sure. We're going to give you a little bit more health, though, because I definitely care about you, Karina. I'm going to pull all the... I'm going to pull it onto the Fasola right now. Just the organic polymer. Because I don't want her to lose it, potentially. Not that I have any plans on losing Karina down there in general, but you never know. Did not mean to wave, meant to clap. There we go. Okay. Let's go return and find that berry. Hopefully we'll be able to get it out of there without any problems. One of you guys let me know that one of the claws is a little bit more buggy than the other, and I did decide to test that out on the community cluster, and that is actually true. It seems that the right claw has a little bit more trouble keeping stuff held than the left one, so we'll keep that in mind while trying to grab certain creatures while we are out here. I gotta clap the light back on, but speaking of the community cluster, if you're interested in joining us, all you have to do is help on Patreon, on Coffee, or if you become a YouTube member, you'll get full access, and you'll be able to play all 3 main story maps with us, and it'd be a great time. That. 25. Wait, what? Cave bearing. That seems interesting. Where'd the 150 go? Come on. I mean, it seemed like everything was still around down here when I got back, so it shouldn't have despawned, right? I would hope not. That would suck if it did. It was right here. Well, we're getting warned about a max level. Please tell me that it's a Baryonyx still nearby. Seeing a Sarco. It's not you, right? No, Sarco's 95. I'm gonna go towards where it says there's a max level. Oh, it's the Carcanos. Well, that's not helpful. That's not very helpful right now. Ooh, I've got to be careful of that. I don't know if that's going to stun me on the back of a Carcanos, but I don't want to risk that. That's a 40. No! I'm starting to really be concerned that that 150 got despawned somehow. That's really unfortunate, considering. 140 baryonyx is good. A slow metabolism, so you eat less often. Got a couple other Carcanos coming in, but I can't seem to find that 150 anymore, so 140 should be fine. And with a low metabolism? Alright, Carcanos, leave me alone. Something told me max level this way. Oh, hi. Get off my rock. This is my rock. If I need a battle for this berry, then I will. One down, one to go. And again, what level were you? 120 with immutable health. Man, I didn't want to have to battle you. Oh, the berry came to me. We're leaving. It told me to focus, so that's what we're gonna do. That, and I don't have to kill the one with mutable health, just in case I get a chance to come tame it. So we got ourselves up here. We just got to get back to base again, and I'll knock out this berry over there. I'll probably do that on the porch or something, somewhere on the surface where I know it's not going to just fall through, where they seem to like to. Because we don't want to lose the berry now that we went through all the trouble of finding her, now do we? And we made it. Fantastic. I think I might knock her out on top of the roof. Considering that should not let her phase out of existence down into the area underneath. And you can't actually do anything. Oh, you're biting the Carcanos. Rude. You shouldn't do that. You should just accept that you are now part of our family. You're just going to be on the top of the house for a minute. You are quite menacing despite your very nice colors. How did that miss? Sorry about that. Let's try another one. There we go. Should have only been 4 shots, but oops, somehow I missed. Okay. Let's back on up, Karina. I'm going to go make some kibble for this lovely berry on our roof. Now that we're not actually down in the zone, let's turn off the light. Oof, I bumped the mouse, sorry about that. Grab Noir. We're going to swing back up onto the roof once we have some kibble made. Just want to make 5 of them. We don't have that level of kibble. We have 5 of this, so we will make that. And that is totally fine. Considering that's going to be our best bet for kibble going forward for a while, I'm glad that they're at least underneath that section. Okay, Miss Berry. Here's your kibble. That just barely needs 5. Literally off by a few percent. Okay, good times had by all. I feel like slow metabolism is going to be kind of good for a berry, considering they only eat fish, and I'm not going to be going in caves and in the water all that often. So we'll just let her tame up for a minute. And maybe we'll go back down and try to find ourselves a high-level male in the process. How many more yearling eggs do we have that are unfertilized? We've got another 12, so we should be okay to make that. Or use the Megalosaurus ones as well. Let's make sure that we extend their range as much as we possibly can. Good times. Cool. So it looks like this one is fully grown up now. I'm going to have to try to breed up a bunch of them and see if I can get one that's 233 or higher with both. With all the stats here, that's a male, and then I can breed it with this one to get a little bit more points into it. Like I said, pretty much comes down to the level that your Cosmo is for how many charges it has, so the higher I can get it, the better, honestly. Normally I would try to breed out the food stats and everything, but that might actually have part to do with it as well, so I may actually try to leave that in. Here we go! Right back down into the blue zone. We may have to fight this Carcanos at the bottom of this waterfall. Hello! Goodbye! I decided I didn't want to fight it. Let's see, and you were a lower level, right? You're 140 female also. Numb. I may have a problem with being addicted to trying to tame a lot of these things. What does numb do, actually? I want to know. Actually, I feel like I did look at numb before. Wasn't that so it kind of negates damage for a time, or it ignores it? So if that one's already tamed, I don't want to accidentally get this one mad at it. So let's, first of all, whistle passive. Oop, I overshot. Whistle passive. Let's knock this one out right here. Alright. Berry number 2 knocked down. Let's go grab some kibble for that one and take this one into the house while we're at it. See right there, that was proof that that just immediately got knocked out of my claw. There we go. The left one is much more sturdy for some reason. And now we're going to go find the third and final, hopefully, berry that's down there that I need. At least I know for sure I have enough darts. And I can make enough kibble still to just be fine on the third berry. This is crazy. It's very easy to hop on down there and just grab something, come and tame it. Something's warning me of a max level, though. What are we looking at that's max level? This Anki? No. This Anki? Yes. I think I'm just going to continue as I am without worrying about Ankies, to be honest. This is not the day for Ankies. Maybe I'll do that in between episodes, considering you guys already saw me grab one and bring it back. What'd that say? Quick hitting. Ooh. I know that quick hitting helps with, they hit hard, they hit weaker, but they hit faster. That kind of fits my playstyle more, but I'm not entirely sure exactly how much of a difference that'll make. It says that there's a berry this direction. I see it right here. What level are you, bud? 55 weight robust. Maybe since I'm actually trying to find one, I should try to kill them. Kind of do the thing where you weed out the ones you don't want anymore. Keep the high levels. There we go. Ooh, lampreys down there. I know you can use a lamprey to go down into the red zone early if you were if you wanted to go that route. I wanted to kind of play this a little bit, just kind of one step at a time. There's no need to rush. Hello. What level were you, by the way? 40? Alright, whatever. I don't know what else I'm hitting down there, but... just fish. Okay. That was another one. Uh-oh. That's not good. Get unstunned. Get unstunned. Was that a berry? Okay. Hold on. Whatever stunned us, I don't want it to stun us again. It was an eel, a jellyfish, whatever it was. No thanks. Luckily they didn't come and grab me off the top of my crab. That could have been bad. Oh no, you just got healed off that, didn't you? You're the 135 with mutable health. Okay, I already got one of you out of here. We don't want both. Ah, come on. It's one crab after the other. That stunning thing could have been from a berry. It could have been from a jellyfish. I'm not entirely sure. 35 melee frail. Well, that's a poopy baryonyx. See, this seems like where that 150 berry was, and it just told me that there's a max level here somewhere, and that's not him. Let's tag you, so now I don't lose you, and let's kill you. One-shot kill, wow. Fine with this. Very much fine with this. Now, where are we saying is the next one? There we are. And there you were. Oh, wait, hold on. Are you deep enough in the water you can get me? I don't know if you can do that attack right here. Oh, yep, it did. Can we get unstunned, please? That would be great. And right. Okay, cool. That was something I was concerned about happening. Just don't do it again. Okay, thank goodness. Are you the one that was after me before? No, but you're gonna have to go. After that little mishap, Karina's really looking a little rough. We should probably heal soon. In fact, I could probably sit here and let her heal up for a little bit. I'm still carrying the cooking pot and the tap. I didn't even bother dropping those away. Okay, so we just learned we definitely do not want to stay in the water if the berry is in my right hand. Like I said, it gets a little bit buggy, and it got out underneath me and I couldn't get it. So I took some serious damage there. Okay, I don't see it. I just see where it says it is. Oh, there it is. 145, and I think that was a male. Holy crap, it has been a while, but I think we finally found one. I didn't read that wrong, right? Oh crap, where'd it go? 145 male. Ooh, mineral bearing. Wasn't really planning on collecting a bunch of minerals or anything on a berry, but at 145 is perfect. I think I took care of about 10 berries or so. Maybe more. I'm not counting, but I think I like the look of this guy. He's got blue and green. I guess we'll see if that's actually still the case when we actually get up to the surface. Or green zone. I keep saying that. It's not the surface, my silly, silly me. Okay, well, third time is... I can't believe I actually was able to get up that jump 3 times in a row. Not gonna lie. Okay, so we're gonna knock out this guy, kind of up over where we knocked out the first one. I've got to switch to my trank darts now. Okay, and he is out on the roof, just like the others. Speaking of which, I'll grab this one while I'm up here as well. Thank you. Once he is tamed, we can double-check all their stats and see what to expect going forward. Drop her off next to the other one. Let's go grab him as kibble. Honestly, if it weren't for all of the jerky I was able to make using the industrial thing over here, I would be screwed. Oh, I'm out of spark powder. Do I have more that I made somewhere? I have a bunch in the mortar and pestles, yeah. Cool. Whee! Alrighty. There's your kibble. I'm assuming you'll work the same. Yeah, 5 is just as good. Awesome! So I really want to go around and tame a bunch of the same creature at some point to get a bunch of traits kind of put together so I can get like an ultimate something. I think the first thing I may want to do is actually go and tame a bunch of Ravagers that have potentially the mineral collector trait, just like the berry we have on the roof does. The mineral bearing. If we can find a bunch of those... Alright, dude. If we can find a bunch of those and we can put them on Ravagers... I've been using Banshee to go up and collect a bunch of metal. But if I can get a bunch of those onto another Ravager and bring that up to collect metal, I think we'd be able to get even more per run, which would be crazy fun. Alright. So there is the male Baryonyx tamed as well. I'm going to bring him back down to the females. I was double checking their stats, and the one that has the slow metabolism trait also seems to have a very high melee. I'm going to compare hers to the male here, though. But I'm pretty sure... Yeah, her melee is insanely better than that. Okay, so... I'm going to have to try to combine all of these traits. The best... I mean, not traits, the stats, the best that I can. And we'll use one of those berries in the cave when we have those together. I'm going to go grab the saddle that I had found so I can actually bring them inside. And I think we'll put away the Yeelings for now, because I'm not really trying to mutate them at the moment. I just wanted to at least have a good set so I can keep breeding them out, just in case something happens to Forest over there. So we'll kind of clean up stuff here for a bit, and then I'll bring you back in when I have more to explain. Okay, I've done a little bit of reorganizing again. I've got these dinos right here that are the Megalosauruses that I'm trying to breed right now. So the one with the green stomach actually has the melee mutation, and the one with the blue center has the health mutation, and then of course I need to breed them with the perfect male. So I at least have one of those with a male on it so that I can continue the colors together. And then, when I was double-checking the stats on the berries, looks like this one over here has the highest health. The male in the middle has the highest weight, and then the one that I brought up before with the slow metabolism has the highest melee and the stamina. The melee is significantly higher than both of the others, being at 431. I want to say that that's probably got a good 40 to 50 melee points. I'm not entirely sure. That is just a guess based off of all the other stuff that I've dealt with, but that is crazy high melee stat. She should be a very, very good find, and should at least be a major help when it comes to going into the cave and taking care of a bunch of creatures. So I'm going to get them all breeding up real quick, and hopefully we're able to get a good combination of the stats here pretty soon. Oh my goodness, they're pushing me around. While I'm waiting for those to do their job, I'm going to double check these spider eggs real quick, see if we got ourselves the stats that we were hoping for. Okay, so I just hatched up a bunch of Cosmo eggs. I actually did get one that has all the stats that we need, minus the new melee, so this one's going to breed with these. I did get a couple with mutations, and I really like what is coming along here, and I have an idea for a final Cosmo, maybe. If we get to that point, that'd be really awesome to have those colors, but I'll keep that in mind. I am going to hurry up and hatch these berry eggs, though, and see if either of them have the stats that they need from both of the parents. If I'm able to just combine those right away, I'd be super lucky, but I guess we'll have to see. Okay, so some time has passed, and I've been really trying to get them to line up, but we're able to finally get a female here who has the stamina, the weight, and the melee, and then I have a male here who has the health, weight, and melee. So we just need to get either the stamina onto this one or the health onto this one, and we will have ourselves the perfectly combined stats for the berries. I need to go back down to the water and get ourselves just a little bit more fish meat because these guys are all eating it up as fast as I can get it, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one here that I had already used to get to the correct stats, and I'm going to take them down to the bottom and get a bunch of fish meat so I don't have to keep making a bunch of trips. So, we'll meet you down there. I'm even just going to use Noir to get down there real quick, just because I don't want to have to worry about swapping the forest. So we're going to toss out this berry here. As you know, this doesn't have all the perfect stats on it, but it does have at least the melee and the weight. And it has a really good saddle, so I shouldn't have to worry about anything down here. I'm just going to kind of go under the water real quick and see if I can find ourselves a bunch of fish meat to use so we have everyone fed up on the top. Doing 127 with the tail swipe attack is not bad at all. We get so much fish meat when we collect from the bodies of these fish with this guy that this is definitely a good plan for trying to prepare for the rest of them. Yoink, thank you. There are going to be a lot more fish at the bottom of this river and stuff for sure. But, oh my gosh, that is a racer stampede. The piranhas and everything all chomped up in one go. Awesome. What level are you, Carcanos? 85? I don't think I want to deal with the Carcanos right now, considering they literally can pick me up. How much meat did I get after that? I got about 1,000 fish meat just from that little run there. And we did get a little test of what the unleveled, unimprinted melee on these things are going to be. So I'm going to put them away, take the saddle off, put everything in my inventory, just so I can take them back up to the base, and I can feed everyone else. You were not recently injured. Not really. Okay, they're not all quite starving yet, but I'm going to put all the meat down in the trough. They should be high enough in their growth cycle to start pulling from it. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about any starving pescivores. Doing a round of eggs real quick from these guys, and I did go down and craft about 30 cryopods so I can clean up the base a little bit. So we just have the specific Cosmos that we're trying to breed right now. The 2 Baryonyx, we're trying to get the last stats put on them, and then trying to get the colors together for these guys over here. And we'll have them separate later for specific melee mutations. Looks like we did not get the Cosmo. We did not get the colors onto both of these. I'm assuming that these probably have both the stats, though, in the 242. Which is unfortunate that we didn't get the colors, because it's literally all I'm trying to do right now. But let's see about this Baryonyx. Fingers crossed it has all the stats. 240? That sounds pretty promising to me. Let's check a look. I don't know about orange, though. That orange, though. Oh, that has orange. Okay. Let's see. First, no mutations. Second, 4561, 1820, 591, and 431. Fantastic. So this is our perfect female. So I'm going to name her that real quick. Perfect female. I'm going to let her grow up, and then I'll try to breed her out so we can get a male that is perfect as well. 240 is our base stat total for our baryonyx, which is a very good base stat total. So we'll bring it back once we kind of have more of that, or if I end up getting the Cosmo, or if we have all the colors put together that I'm currently planning on doing. Do any of these happen to have the traits that we want? Mutable stamina, food robust, high endurance. Stamina drain from sprinting is decreased by 8%. That's helpful. Weight frail. That's not good. Food frail. Giant slaying. Aha! So giant slaying not only helps you do more damage against larger stuff, it makes it so you do less damage against smaller stuff. That's interesting as well. I would not think that that would be how that works. Looks like we got another 240. Please be a male. Nope. Okay. That's fine. If these two end up growing up, though, I'll be able to at least have multiple perfect females. I don't really want to let this one kind of get killed. I like the colors on both, so multiple options are not a bad thing. That one has a totally new mutation on top of what they already had. What? Oh my god, that thing was crazy. I don't know. I don't know if I don't think I would want the orange to stay, but obviously the the other two colors are here. Oh man, I think I'm gonna let them go at least one more egg. This looks nuts. Cosmo is a no-go. How about the Megalo? Hey, it's got the colors and the stats. Would you look at that? It doesn't really need the stats to follow the colors, but I actually really like the look of that. I wasn't sure how it was going to be by itself. And neither of them are the levels they want. But at least this one's good. We can put this guy kind of up with the other one, the color that I wanted. And this is a male, and the other one is a female, so that works out perfectly. Turns out we need more fish. I'm just going to go down on Gale. I'm just going to kind of hop off when it's time, like now. There we go. Let's see what kind of carnage Gale can get into while he's down here. Poor Diplo. Stood no chance, gave me meat. Ooh, this one even has a baby. Does the baby have a good stat? No, it's fatty. I'm really after the fish meat down here, but you guys just happen to be in the wrong spot, so... Sorry about that. We're just gonna kind of destroy everything we can while we're down here. Thought that'd be a good idea, Piranha. Thank you for contributing to the fish meat fund. That's what we're literally down here for. Cowardly Spinosaurus. That's not different. And you're done. Wow, that actually made you quite a bit faster, didn't it? At least it feels like it did. I just want to remind you guys that this is not even a mutated one of these. The ones that I have up there are already with one melee and one health mutation. Well, what are you, Carcanos, with a baby? Fast learner, Carcanos. I might want to take it from you. Oh, I didn't mean to kill the Ravager, but okay. Kill the Carcanos. If I claim the baby... and then I steal the trait, and then I take care of the baby? Is that something I can do? Fast learner. This creature has a natural aptitude for growth and learning new skills. So, faster experience. So then I take it. That's kind of a cruel way to do it. But at the same time, I got a trait just by taking care of something out in the wild. In retrospect, I don't think I really got that much fish meat going down on him at all. But at least we learned that I can actually just take a trait from a wild creature baby, and then I can just dispose of them as I feel the need to. Uh-oh, there are eggs around. And a little baby, Cosmo. 322. Oh my god, I forgot to turn you back on. And now you're hatched. You're a 240 as well. What level are you over here? 236? I mean, the 240 could be the case if it's a male. It's not. Stop giving me females. I don't need any more. Ooh, that one's a 240. This is a 240. And that one's not a 240. But at least one of these has to be a male, right? Okay, well. And finally, that actually took a ridiculously long amount of time. I have done many of creature eggs, and that finally just happened. Thank the Lord. So now we just have to wait for him to grow up. I'm going to actually have to go get even more fish because of how long this is taking. But we do have the perfect male and females now for the baryonyx. So considering we have the perfect female here and a perfect male here that are the same colors, I think I'm going to keep this one out. We're going to put this one away, the one that has the orange on them, even though I do like the orange and the deep blue. I don't mind either of the color combinations that we have, so we will keep these two together. So if they end up having a mutation, we will know because of the colors from them. But I'm going to name this one Perfect Male, and then this one is Perfect Female. Lovely. Finally have those together. I have a bit of an update. The bears just were not giving me any of the better stats that we wanted, so I'm just going to put them away for now, because they're kind of driving me a little bit crazy. The Cosmos have also been giving me nothing but bad stat rolls. I'm not going to lie. This one normally doesn't take this long to breed out at least, somewhat of a combined stat for some of them, but I'm just getting nothing here. But I'll have to keep working on that at some other point in time. Otherwise, I am still just waiting for this one here to fully grow up so we can get this other blue onto the back. I look forward to seeing what they actually look like all together. I can imagine it, but it's totally different to actually see it in front of my face. And odds are, like I said, even though this is a color combination that I'm doing now, this could change later on. But if I at least have some kind of color combination, I don't have to spend as much time later on when I want to try to do this. I've got to go get a bunch more fish meat again, though, so I'm going to steal this saddle, and I'm going to take out that 240. What am I eating that gave me that much? Holy crap, was that a giant fish? That may have been one of those giant fish. Whoops. There you go. Now we don't have to worry about that again. Okay, any luck on the spiders? Ooh, a 236. Oh, but you have a mutation on your back, I can tell, because that red is not on anybody else. It finally gave me the level I was going for, but it gave me a mutation on top of it, which, under normal circumstances would be great. And I think I am going to keep this Cosmo in a cryopod, but it's not what we want. We're trying to set up our perfect pair, so it is good and also not good. So I have to put them away for now. Damn it. So quite a bit of time has passed. In fact, it is the next day for me. But I've been trying to let these guys run and get a bunch of eggs out there. I've hatched up a bunch and they're still just not giving me what we are after. So I'll have to work on that a little bit more on my free time. But I do have one of our top stat berries right here. And I decided to name him Roy. He's fully and entirely imprinted. So we have all of our stats that we possibly can. The melee damage is over 500 by default, which is crazy. Over 5,000 health. And the weight is over 700 as well. So I cannot complain about what has been added to him right here. I'm going to kind of take him out. Oop, I'm going to open the door, not jump off him. Silly game. I don't know what has in store right over around this corner. Hopefully there's no healings just waiting for me. But I do want to see how much damage he'll do without any levels in him. And then what I'll do in between episodes is I'll level him up a bunch on some of the Megalo babies. So then we'll take him over to the cave, potentially in the next video, hopefully. Just want to see what he can do by default. Boop, 224. That was on a bug. I don't think that would really make a difference. Oh, hello. I think you're stuck. Melee frail. Do you have a different stat? Slow metabolism. Interesting. I don't really want to have him just eat the Ovises. Never mind, we're going to eat the Ovises. So that was with the mate boost. So it is still 224 damage that we will get by default. I can't carry anymore, so I should stop trying to collect from that. I think I'm going to try to run over and just cook all of this mutton, because why not? Try to have a little bit more cooked food at this point in time. I could put some in the fridge, so I'll have some mutton in case I decide to tame something else going forward. Yeah, I feel like the imprinted one has significantly more damage than what just the base one has, so I'm definitely feeling confident about going into the cave, especially if we put ourselves about like 50 extra levels or so into Roy. And that really shouldn't be a difficult thing to do using the creatures that we are currently breeding up. That should be very, very good for the second cave. So I'd imagine try to get another group of like piranhas and stuff on it. We spin around. Wow. Yeah, still doing about 200 damage with the stunning attack. And now we actually got this Sarko stuck, and he can't do anything. Poor fool. Holy crap, man. Roy is doing some work down here. What level are you, Karkanos? Do I have to be worried about you? 135 weight robust. A little bit. I kind of like the fact you have weight robust, though. Maybe we'll want to tame... I want to tame something with that for a Karkanos because of what they typically do. I can't help but just look at pretty much every creature's trait. It has changed the game up quite a bit, in my opinion. Because typically, I would just go out and start clearing out dinos and not have to think about it unless it has a high level. Now, I have to think about even the low levels and whether or not they have a super useful trait on them. And that is actually a very good thing, I feel like. Because before, it just kind of was like, oh, you're not a high level, whatever, just get out of my face. You're useless. That's no longer true. That is no longer true. Hello, Carno. Fast learner, Carno? Nah. It's a fast learner 2 as well, so it is a level 2. As far as I've noticed, that they're not that it's the rank on that specific creature. I think it's actually that was level 2 of fast learner, so it has a higher percentage. So I think that's just how it works. There are different levels of each trait as well. So ideally, if I want to go find that for the Ravagers, if I find 3 of them with mineral bearing 3, then that would be what we want. That's mineral bearing, and it's 1, and it's a baby. Are you claimable, baby? It's also got a blue coloration on it that I really like a lot. Can I claim you? No, I can't. That means your parents are alive here somewhere. Mineral bearing 1. I mean, that's a start. Like I said, I would like to have mineral bearing 3 times 3, or however many times I'm allowed to put it on the same creature. Cold. So that would keep me colder in the heat. Neither of you are the parents of the babies that I wanted to take. Oh, it's not you either. You're 150. Wow, you are a high-level pack. Can I get away from you? Not get killed by the bleed? Please go away, bleed. And we can run now. Fantastic. I wanted to test. I want to check the 150. I don't want to just kill it and assume that that it doesn't have anything good on it. Especially since there is a 150. You don't want to just kill 150s. Mutable stamina. I need to find the parent for the specific baby that was down there. It was only level 62, so it might mean its parent's level 60. These ones are level 80 and 145 and 150. So I don't know where its parent went to. You'd think if I attacked it that the parent would come to its aid, but that doesn't always happen. Ravager babies seem to get very separated from their parents. Are you level 60? You are level 60. Okay, cool. So if I bite you, and then we turn around... Baby was over here. I don't want to get too far away from it. Where did it go, though? Why is it the Ravager babies run around so much? You could just never find them again, pretty much. After the fact. Ah, crap. The other ones are here now. Alright, well, I need to find that baby Ravager right now. Ah, jeez. Oh, jeez, man. I guess if I kill these ones and I put the tracker on, maybe I'll be able to find it. That's the hope, anyway. Okay, this way, maybe? It is pointing towards something nearby. More than far away. Is that it? That's its other baby. It's stamina frail, which we don't want. It's not a good trait to steal. Where's the other one? Maybe this one will point me towards the mineral-bearing one. Uh-oh. Gonna get attacked by this yeeling while we're over here. Oh, there's the baby. 62. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution. I much appreciate that. Yoink. Alright, fun times. So we at least have a mineral bearing for the Ravagers. I want to see if I can go find a bunch more, but I'll do that in my free time as well. Gotta be something to kind of reveal once I actually have a crazy one for you. Hello, everyone. How are we all doing? I'm assuming you all at least dropped an egg. Oh, you dropped a few. That's great. I do like that. I'm going to have this go off for a moment. We're going to hatch one more round of these eggs. Come on, baby. Give me what we're after. Holy crap. I think I finally got the Cosmo that we're after. Oh, and it looks like we got one with all the colors that we needed to. No, wait, no. Okay, no. We almost did. Never mind. The colors can still wait. That one's something I'm not really in any rush for. But look! The Cosmo! It's 234! Finally, what we're after, we've got the perfect female. Whoa! Perfect. Oops, that's not how you spell perfect. Perfect female, Cosmo. I love it. And I'm pretty sure that the higher level one over here is the male, correct? Yes. So I shouldn't have to worry about having a whole bunch of other smaller Cosmo, lower level Cosmos being bred up going forward. Finally, I'm glad that that actually worked out at this point, because holy crap, that was taking way too long. So we're going to have everything stop, go into passive, and I should probably make sure this is back on, just in case the Megalos try to make more eggs while I'm not paying attention. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I do like the way that this upper blue, the higher blue, is on here with the other one. It's not exactly the same, so it does kind of stick out a little. Maybe we'll find something a little different for the top. I don't know. Either way, I do very much like the look of these creatures, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, you can see the higher blue with the green as well, and that looks kind of cool. And, yeah, that works. We'll take care of these real quick, and then I will move on. No, and with this Cosmo, we'll finally be able to start trying to get some crazy mutations put together, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what we can make with that. Let's put this tray away real quick so I don't have to worry about holding on to it. There we go. No chance of accidentally losing everything that we've got. But I think we're going to end that one there, guys. We kind of did go here, there, and everywhere, going back down to the blue zone multiple times for the Baryonyxes, and then kind of going and doing things between trying to hatch up the perfect stat one. But we do have Roy here, and I'm very excited to try to see what he can do in the next cave. Potentially we'll do that in the next episode, but we shall see. But if there's anything you guys want to bring up about this series or any other one on the channel, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to help contribute to the channel just a little bit more as well, we do have links for Ko-fi, Patreon, and you could always become a YouTube member, all of which will give you full access to our community cluster of ARK servers where we have all the Island, Scorched Earth, and Aberration all set up right now. We have a good amount of mods over there, and it has been very fun to play that in my free time. And I'd love to see you there. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!